What's going on, y'all? It's Case Closed. Ain't no other. I'm tuned in to the Morning Show podcast, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's hosted by Overlooked MC The Joker and Vet Green. If y'all ain't tuned in, I don't know what you doing.
What's good, y'all? Your boy Bars Banger here. And every morning, weekday morning from 7 to 10, I'm tuned into the best morning show in the world, the Morning Show podcast with the Overlooked MC, The Joker, and the Queen Vet Green. Monday through Friday from 7 to 10. You already know. Tap in.
SJ1 Trey. Why so serious?
And if you're not here today, you should have been.
It's the mafia.
Who next?
It's the mafia.
We next.
It's the mafia.
Who next?
It's the mafia.
It's the mafia. We next.
It's us against the world. It's us against Buffalo against the world. It's us against the world. It's us against it's Buffalo against the world.
SJ1 Trey. Pulling up in this big body like Brewster. Even rich like Reed and Diggs, we move so well. You should know the drill. You should know the vibes. If it ain't red, white, and blue, baby, that's not my size. It's the mafia, the fan base that'll die for you. On Sundays, we are not cool. Any other days, we'll ride with you. We heaven sent, we're Hamlin win. 3 spoke to God and said thanks though. Having cool years real dope, but I really miss the fan base though.
Now turn it up, turn it up, wait. Now turn it up, turn it up, wait. Now turn it up, turn it up, wait. Now turn it up, turn it up,
It's
wait.
the mafia.
Who next?
It's the mafia.
We next.
It's the mafia.
Who next?
It's the mafia.
It's the mafia. We next.
It's us against the world. It's us against Buffalo against the world. It's us against the world. It's us against it's Buffalo against the world. It's the
Yeah. It's your boy, the Joe, the Overlook MC, right here, live and direct here on the morning show. We back in full effect. This your boy, the Joe, the Overlook MC. I got the Vet Green, the Queen here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Queen?
What's going on, y'all? I miss y'all so much. I'm over here live on TikTok as well. Grand Rising to you, Jordan. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. And Grand Rising to everybody who is tuning in, whether you are on the Green Links Media, on our YouTube page. Hey, baby. I see my babe just tuned in over on Facebook. Or if you are live with us on TikTok, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is a special pop-up of the morning show that we are doing today because there is so much going on in this world, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but it can be so overwhelming. We got Kamala. That's right. Say her name right, Kama, with the lie. Kamala is running for president, okay? President of this United States, okay? She gonna say she gonna make sense because we got a person who has been convicted of how many felonies? 34 felonies. And I know people very well who can't even get a job working as a CNA at a local nursing home with felonies. Okay, please make it make sense. Okay, hey,
make it make sense. What's going on, King Mike Murray in the building? What's going on with you this morning on this 6 o'clock Wednesday on the hump day? Jump off there, man, doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? Man, how you feeling? And where you at on your mental health between 1 and 10?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know as you are coming in. If you are over on TikTok, we want to know. This is where you at Wednesdays. Hey, JJ. Hey. Hey, love. Oh, I'm loving seeing all the names popping up. We got something going on with Nani. You know what it is. Coming up. JJ, go ahead, put it in the chat what we got going on with Nani. We also got 1,000 Mile Tour this Friday. Let's just get the housekeeping things off right away before I forget, because there's a lot going on. So this Friday, I believe it's this Friday, October 3rd. No, I'm sorry. I'm all the way in October, y'all. Yeah. This Friday, Mark Lee in the 1,000 Mile Tour has an event going on at Nietzsche. So make sure, I love going to their events. Always very positive atmosphere. So they have an event going on starting at 8 o'clock at Nietzsche's. Everybody, if you are familiar with it, hey, love. Definitely going to be popping up to that. Yes. But let us know where you are from 1 to 10. If you have something going on, let us know also. If you send it to us at within enough time, we'll help you, because we want people to win over here. That's what we do. That's what we do. Yes, Nani and Friends, October 19th, and I will be hosting everybody. I love what Nani's been doing for these last couple of years, and we're gonna have to get her mom, Nani, and her friend, because this is a really, really spectacular event, and I love the meaning behind what it is that they're doing. I love the meaning behind what it is that they are doing. So I'm definitely going to have them on the Vet Green Show, which is coming back, everybody. I'm moving in silence right now, but just know that it's coming back, okay? My mama left this earth, but she instilled a lot of it inside of me, and I'm going to let it play out in real life, everybody. So I got some things going on. I'm just moving in silence right now, but just know the Vet Green Show is coming back better than ever, okay? Better than ever. Definitely. What you got going on, bro?
Shout out everybody that's tuning in this morning. Where you at with your mental health? You 1 to 10? You know what I'm saying? I'm like at a 9 right now. You know what I'm saying? Got up in good spirits, good energy. You know what I mean? And doing what it do. Take it a day by day movement. I know how it is when it comes to that mental. You know what I'm saying? So where you at on your mental health? 1 to 10, Queen?
Man, I am at a 10 right now because I got up with a renewed spirit with Benny the Butcher's you can't take everybody with you in the back of my head. I was talking to my bestest friend, my baby right there, and just, letting them know, because he's also my confidant, y'all. That's why it's so good to, when you have somebody that you love in your life, for them to not only be your love, but also to be your friend. Because if you can't have that friendship, I'm telling you, you really have to be friends first, and talking to them about some things that I got going on in my mind, and how I want to grow this baby, because it's really near and dear to me. Thankfully, my mom did get to see me on here doing what it is that I do prior to her transitioning over. But now it's like, what? I got to make it bigger. I got to do something. Sometimes we wait on people. We wait on other people, and that's not always good, y'all. Waiting on other people to get their things together. And while we're waiting on them to get their stuff together to chase their dream, our dreams are slowly dwindling. Sometimes it's like, I heard somebody say, well, if you don't get that dream that God gave you, he's just going to give it to somebody else. Well, I believe that, time waits for nobody. A lot of us, I think we became stagnant with, what went on in 2020. And now it's 2024, y'all. Not only that, we have a huge presidential race coming up in November that we're going to be talking about today. Like this is some life-changing things that's going on right now. And it's like, I can't stop moving just because life is challenging right now. I have to pick it up a pace.
That's right.
And I had to come to Jesus moment with myself this morning and last night. Like, I really got to pick it up a pace. And, talking to my babe, he's giving me a lot of great advice and how to just maneuver things. And sometimes, y'all, we are afraid of our own success. We're afraid of our own greatness. And being afraid ain't going to pay no bills. Being afraid is not going to make that dream come true. Okay.
Man, that thing called fear. Fear means face everything and rise.
Man, or false evidence appearing real in our heads. We make it real.
That's right.
And it's really not real. It's false evidence appearing real.
They both are strong. I like both of them.
Okay, I love right.
Yeah. But Face Everything and Rise is my favorite. That was named my mixtape.
And that's
No
probably
Fear.
the one I need right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yep. I face everything and I rise. I don't. I'm not scared to face those things. Back in the day, I had a lot of fear in that area. I was afraid to face certain things in my life that, I was scared what people gonna say, what people gonna do. If it's gonna do this, is it gonna do that? No, just try. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Now I learned to face certain things. You know what I'm saying? But certain things in my life that I gotta face, it's still a battle. But God ain't done with me yet. God ain't done with me yet. So I'm continue to fight in that area, and I'm better than ever in that area. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had named that mixtape back in the day, No Fear, Face Everything Right. That did amazing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the first mixtapes I didn't put on the DSPs and did an amazing job. Shout out to my man Kulu and Plug Life back in the day in 2000. What was it? 2000 and I'm gonna say 16, 15, 16. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And people people that did get it, that album, that mixtape, they still asking about it to this day. You know what I mean? And I might do a little something in the future, put it back into the higher copies, vinyl, and all that good stuff. So I'm in the process of transitioning on a lot of things. Got a lot of things going on.
Things I want to ask you, because this is something that came up in conversation. Because so for me, everybody, I don't have a problem saying to myself, I may not tell y'all, well, that didn't work, let me try something else. That didn't work, let me try something else. Thus, you see, I have evolved from a lot of different things. I'll try it if it don't work, or if it's not bringing me joy. Molotov Miles said, one of his songs, he talks about if it's not bringing you joy, you got to let it go. You know what I mean? And I found that certain things that I have been doing, it felt more like work. You know what I mean? It felt more like work, and it didn't give me that peace that I was seeking, that I had before. Like coming up here talking to y'all, this brings me peace. But I also know I have to build my brand. I have to build Green LYNX Media. I have to build the Vet Green Show. I have to build my brand. And certain things I felt like it just wasn't bringing me peace anymore. So I'm rerouting again. How many times have you seen me reroute? And that I'm not afraid to start over. We talked about that. Starting over sometimes brings you more clarity, and you get the experience that you had when you're starting over. You're not starting over from zero where you were at. You're starting over from the experience. So that kind of made you move up some, and the other things that you've gone through, which makes you also move up some. So starting over, don't be afraid to start over, y'all. Do not be afraid. Just remember, you are not starting over from zero. You are starting over from, some of us are starting over at 75. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that's been to the round table in their life a lot and still doing well and learning something new every time. You know what I mean? And I know I have. Especially when you're using not just to do it for a bag or something else. I do everything as an outlet first. It's a counsel first. You know what I mean? I've been talking about that for a long time since the Haters album. I said, this is a counsel first, then the bag. You know what I'm saying? But once I get the counsel and I'm free with that counsel, bag come and don't, I'm cool, because I use it as a counsel for my mental first. And as long as I'm free in that area, I'm rich.
So let me ask you this, and I want to get into this comment first. Babe said fear can work two ways, but it definitely keeps you on point. It does.
Yeah, it definitely
does. I just hit the reset button. And listen, that's what my mentor, Lisa Nichols, said. Hit that reset button. I do not have a problem hitting that reset button. We hit the reset button when we decided to go on break with Franklin's baby, The Morning Show. We hit the reset button then. I hit the reset button when I said, you know what, I got to pull back on the Vet Green Show, because I realized the format that I was doing it in was not the format that I wanted the answer out, y'all. The answer out.
Yes. A little rain last night. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because you have your hand and you have different hats on, whether it's the Overlook Joker MC, being the artist. At one point you were, a music manager, and then at another point you were doing some marketing. what makes Franklin feel the most himself? Because talking to y'all, like having deep conversations with people, this makes me feel most at home with what I know is part of my calling. What makes you feel most at home with what you feel is a part of your calling? You can't do it
Good,
all. Like you,
yeah,
and
good question.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Kanye said this, that he kind of failed at being the manager, and when he had his label, because as an artist, you're an artist, so you're going to be looking at things from an artist standpoint. So you can't really manage another artist if you yourself is trying to be an artist. I mean, it's really impossible, because it's kind of, you're going to want to be selfish. And if you're managing another artist, you can't really be selfish, right? That's just, hey,
yeah,
Shante, hey,
yeah, of
Charlie.
course. That's a good question, but I think that's a gift for me. I know a lot of people can't do it. I do a pretty good job because I manage bars, and like I said, it's an outlet for me first. It's not number one on my list. It's an outlet first. Like, there's just something going on with me, and I want to get it out. I might do it on design and the paint and drip. I got so many lanes that God gave me that I can use. I can write poetry. I can write a script. I can draw. I can draw on paper. I can just write a song. I can listen to beats. I can, do some prep on a podcast, and maybe, just keep my mind working and keep working. I do a good job in that area. You know what I'm saying? Ask that question to Boss Benga. He's very well pleased on my work ethic on being a manager. He said he would never be able to find somebody that do the things that I do. It's real hard to, because I've been doing it for so long. Number one, when I took a break from doing music and just did management for 10 years, I did it. You know what I mean? From the 85 South Click to Flow from the Bad Girls Club. So you know what I mean? So and plus things change so much in those areas because of the internet and how things is changing and transition. It's a little easier now to manage because everything's changed. Like, now it's up to the artist now, because the artists got to do that content and keep their name relevant. And that management, all anything that manager can do is coach them through it. Because that's the new wave now. People is looking at TikTok videos and looking at YouTube stuff, short content. It's all about the internet round on social media now. It's different than it was back then. So it's a little easier to do both.
So would you call yourself a coach more than actually managing? Because I mean, if I'm being honest, I would not be able to, if someone came up to me and said, Vet, I want to do podcasting, I can coach them through it, but to manage it, I wouldn't be able to, because if I wouldn't. And that's just being honest.
It could be a coach. Yeah, I can see that it's more coaching than management. It's leaning more. It's a hybrid movement. So it's more on the coaching than in the managing. Because when it comes to the managing side of it, number one, it's easier for me to manage bars, because he did the marketing class first. Once we did the marketing class first, he figured out how to find his audience. Once he found his audience, we didn't have to go back to that no more.
On his own.
Yeah, he may take up his own, but he then not coach him through the rest of it and manage some of the stuff too. But once you find your audience on his internet or your fan base, whatever way you want to call it, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
And I think that's the more struggle that most people have when they're doing radio podcasts, closing line, and they want to use these platforms to reach people. You know what I mean? That's the tough part, because some people's all over the place because they want to figure out, okay, this is my fan base, this over here, okay, this did good, this didn't. You know what I'm saying? But once you find that main community, with you, no matter what you're doing, you're gonna stick with it. No matter if it's slow over here or strong over here, you're still gonna keep going, because you know that's your audience, and you well pleased with that, because you still see growth in other areas where it works out for you. Especially if you have a website, you feel more comfortable. Like, okay, it ain't good over here, but it's good over here. I'm doing good. I'm gonna keep going.
As far as audiences, everybody, I'm just going to tell you this from my personal. I've tried a lot of different things. don't expect the same audience on different platforms. So the
Mm-hmm.
audience that I have over on Instagram is not the same audience that I have on
Right.
TikTok and Facebook. The audience that I have on Facebook is largely different than the audience I have on Instagram and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. So
Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
you are learning your audience, just don't expect the same momentum on the platforms on one platform that you get on another, because it's a different audience. Big Mike said, I think a lot of managers today are looking for the artist to do yeah, it seems like that. Like you're really not managing, you're coaching, but you're
Yeah.
not managing.
And that makes sense, because it's funny you said that, because when I first got involved with the Still Love tour and talking to my mentors, they made it very clear, like, you can manage, but it's still up to the artist, because especially if they're trying to go to a level where they want to be the machine, you have to do what the machine does too, but in your own way, but still make sense to where it can still be a connection, just in case something do happen to go on the other side of the machine. You have to really focus on your content. It's up to the artist. It's not, what I'm saying? You can manage all day long, but if the artists ain't doing what they're supposed to do on their IG, on a TikTok, on a Facebook music page, you know what I'm saying? A manager could do so much if they're not putting in that work, putting together content.
So what does the manager actually do? And I'm 150,000% with you. I don't believe that you should leave it all up to somebody else to make your dream come true. That's like me asking you to birth my baby. This baby is going to be birthed if I put in the action. You feel me though? That's seriously.
Yeah.
That's like, and we had that happen. And
You
we
be
had,
like, yo, bro, can you have my baby for me?
okay, and we had that happen, remember? And then the people came back and they apologized to us and said, you know what, I had it wrong. I wanted to pay my way and not actually put any work towards it. People get it mixed up. You think that you can pay your way, and it doesn't work. You really have to put some work into it. So, oh my God, I have to stop for a minute because Genesis just popped in here.
What's going on, King?
What? Genesis, I had heard about him, had went to an event for Genesis, had never actually spoken to Genesis. If y'all do not know who this is, you need to be following this king. I said, when I saw him on a ticket for the Stony Festival, I was like, yes. And when I tell you, I felt like it was just me and him. When he was on that mic, and I was like, yes, he get it. Listen to the lyrics that he has. If you are into the music that is positive, uplifting, music that is going to enlighten your mind, get you to thinking, you need to be listening to Genesis. And man, I heard more about him than before I met him. And when I went to a 1,000 Mile Tour event that they had did for Genesis. And if you want to know his story, you need to be following him so he can tell his story. And
That's
just
right.
the love and respect that was in that room for him. I
Awesome.
was like, man,
off the chain MC. I first seen him. First time I met him when he did on stage 2014 at Stamp Bar with Chucky Campbell. That's when I first met Chucky Campbell and him. He did a live performance with a band. And CG was there, and that's when they first released the Day joint together. And when I first met him, I was on the front row, like, phenomenal performance.
Yeah,
with that band behind him, phenomenal performance, man. Like he really was talking his shiznick for real, and he was like, he inspired me a lot. And that was when I first moved back. One of the times I first moved back to Buffalo when I was down south. That's one of the first shows I seen. Yeah, that was fire. Yeah,
Genesis, you are definitely all that they spoke about in that room, and the love that you get from so many people in this 716 community and beyond is listen, much respect to you. When he was on that mic, I swear I felt like it was just us in that crowd. I forgot that it was even a crowd around. I was just so in tune, listening to the words and what he was saying. Man, that man, what?
Yes, right. That's right. That's my first met him, and he did a massive. His performance was a show. It wasn't a performance. It was a show. It was a concert. Like I felt like I was at a concert. I didn't feel like it was a showcase. That was a concert. how he communicated with the band, and he drove the band down. He told the band, lower the bass a little bit. Let me do this. Okay, yeah. Give me a bass. Give me a bass. Or watch this. And he a freestyle. I mean, he really. And then he told the crowd. He got the crowd participation, and the energy was different. It was a hip hop show for real. Yeah,
his
energy
was definitely. Yeah, I don't know if y'all caught it. Those of you who were out at the Stony Fest, and yes, you are definitely, your name is in my book as somebody I'm going to be contacting very soon. The Vet Green Show is coming back, everybody. And this is going to be, I am going to be very, very intentional about the format, the guests, what it is that I'm putting out into this atmosphere. Very, very intentional. So you definitely are going to be, I cannot wait. I'm going to be contacting you very, very soon, Genesis. And I love finally meeting you in person and seeing you on stage, and just the energy and the intentionality that you put in the music that you put out there, because it's you just have to really listen to it. His product of the 90s, I went home that night and re-listened to it, and it was like, man, you really gotta, I'm into stuff that's feeding my soul, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but we got enough negativity out here in this world. I need some stuff that's gonna feed my soul, and that's the type of music that I like to listen to. Big Mike said back in the day, it's 90% management and 10% artists. Yeah,
that's right. That's where I bet you everything changed, because the internet changed a lot of things. It transitioned a lot. Like you said, it's more coaching than management now. It is. You know what I'm saying? Because what managers do now is, if they reach that certain level on the internet and people start requesting you to do it different places, then the manager's job is to pretty much help find those promoters that want to book you and do that. But things change so much. There ain't too many people really looking for certain artists until you reaching a certain level, whatever that level is. I've noticed it's a struggle. But sometimes you gotta, like I said before, sometimes you gotta just take a risk and go part of the machine just to get that boost sometimes. You know what I mean? Like what Benny doing, Westside Gun Conway doing, they took a risk. Let me go ahead and go with the machine. We've been independent for this long. Let's go ahead and do a part of the machine and see what we can do and look at it. Now they really getting the bag. They understand the business, and they doing an amazing job. So you know what I'm saying? So it's opportunities out there, as long as you know what you want. And then I know that a lot of artists is having issues of what they really want. They all over the place. I want this, I want that, I want this, and that. You can't have everything. You go ahead and write everything down with exactly what you want. Go for it, and just and take your time. Don't rush it. You know what I'm saying? Keep making content. Keep making music, good music. You know what I'm saying? Keep that social media moving, because everything is changed now. It ain't the same it was a couple years ago when I first started doing the marketing and learning and all that and taking courses. Things change. The transition is different, and everybody's different, and everybody is well pleased with where they at, and that's cool, and that's where you're gonna grow at, and that's where you're gonna see things that benefit you in the long run. So that's dope.
Yeah. Like I can't imagine if I'm an artist and I'm trying to, like what Don was doing with Nequasia and Essence. He's not an artist though, but how do you not, if you're booking venues for your artists, how do you not say, okay, but I'm an artist too, and try and be a part of that venue as well, try and get your act up there. All right, so
I don't do that. That's one thing I don't do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working for somebody, I'm working for them. Now, like me and Bars got music together. Bars gonna bring that to attention. Yo, let's do one track. If he say let's do one track, you know what I'm saying, on this joint, because I know you booked it. And then I'll probably say, yeah, I'll go ahead and do an opening joint, and that's it, because I gotta work. I gotta make sure your merch table is good, but that could be an opening thing, and we'll put that together. But just add me to the booking when I'm booking an artist, you know what I'm saying, case closed or somebody like that I'm close with, that I help out. No, I don't book myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got somebody got requested. Somebody that's in the circle got requested. Joke, why don't you go ahead and boom. Okay, I do so. If I don't get invited to that, I stay in my position. I stay in my lane. I'm cool with that.
Genesis said, my best experience with a manager was one that sought out gigs. Venue owners were professional and punctual, and even chipped in for recording, mixing, mastering, and equipment, but literally in this day and age, managers just wait for you to pop off and collect 15. Yeah, see, that's what I was getting at. That's why I that right there, Genesis, is why Miss Arkansas said it best. Why would I pay somebody to do what I can do? It's
now
I'm doing it better.
But like we said, that they help. A lot of managers is also invest. That makes them an executive producer. I know a lot of managers that done that in the past. I don't want to bring his name up. This certain person that's going through something in the industry right now. That's how he started. He invested into the artist before he had a record label, and he was end up being an executive producer on top of being management, which is cool. If you get a manager like that, that's a 2-in-1. You can't go wrong with that. And that's how I am with Boss Baker. I'm also an investor. You know what I mean? I invest in certain things that he's doing. I invest in this, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's certain things that I do to help the situation go to the next level, because that's just some managers like that. Some managers, like he said, some managers just do the work and wait for you to pop off and get 15%, which that's also business also. But
don't do the work, he said.
Yeah. But most of them, most managers just think they just book shows and that's it. There's more to it than just that. You know what I mean? You got to book radio interviews. You know what I mean? Back in the day before it was internet, you had to book radio interviews. You had to book showcases where the real proper way of doing things back then was if somebody had to pay perform, it didn't come out the artist's pocket. It comes out the manager's pocket. That's part of the investment. You know what I mean? That's part of the investment. You know what I'm saying? Did some managers go to the artist? Oh, you got to pay so and so to open up. No, be an investor. Change the demographic of the contract. Say, listen, let's do this. You know what I mean? And I get this much percentage. I'm going to invest. I'm gonna pay for you to open up for Rick Ross. I'm gonna pay for you to open up for Chris Montana. I'm paid. You know what I mean? To get your name to another level. Then we're going to have a merch table. We're going to do this. Then I'll let you keep that. I don't want none of that money. You know what I'm saying? Because the artist got to get paid in different other ways. Some managers want to be greedy and say, I want percentage across the board. No, that's being greedy, but that's the machine. They do that all the time. They've been doing that for years. That's why people like Michael Jackson and Prince, rest in peace, had to change how they did things because they didn't feel that was fair. You know what I'm saying? Especially Prince. Prince will tell you in a minute. He used to interview. They used to cut his interview short because he used to expose people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Exactly. Right. Facts. Yep.
Big Mike said a lot of managers today are losing the scope of management, boots on the ground. You take care of everything. The artists take care of the music.
Take care of the craft. Take care of the craft. Take care of everything. You know what I mean? And I like to. Anytime an artist, I've managed a lot of artists in my good 25 years that where I invested whatever they was lacking in, and whatever they couldn't help themselves at. You know what I mean? When I was with the 85 South Click, I didn't want to be part of the group. They asked me to be part of the group. They liked it, what I do, but I let them get the light. You know what I'm saying? I hated being on stage because I wanted to do the work. A lot of managers wasn't like that. I wanted to do the work. I said, nah, y'all go ahead and do y'all 4 or 5 songs y'all got together, and the songs I did is extra on the album. I don't want to, I need to do the work. I need to make sure that door's right. I want to make sure the backstage is good, make sure y'all got y'all refreshments, y'all water, y'all towels, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all got y'all
stuff.
Right. Everything's good. I want to make sure, that the security is at the proper thing, just in case something go down. I need to make sure safety is good for the artist. I can't just be, no, y'all perform. I'm gonna watch the show, but I gotta make sure everything is good. Everything is everybody in their position, because at the same time we're getting paid. I want to be safety too and make sure everybody on their job. You know what I mean? Make sure the door people doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Do I gotta need change? This, that, make sure the merch table is good. We ran out of extra larges. I gotta write it down. I know in the next order we got to get more smalls. We got more larges. You know what I mean? Them the things that managers do in the process of a showcase or a concert. Yeah, shout out everybody in the chat. Much love. Yeah, this job.
Why y'all never talked about management, or have you? You have a lot of knowledge in certified footwork.
Oh man, Genesis, man. I always talked about it on the platform. I know that you've been sick. I'm glad you're good and well and healthy. But on a lot of my platform, I always talked about management. People always ask questions, and I always gave the gems on what managers need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But this situation, this is the time. You could tag a couple of your artists that that's looking for management or need questions. This is the time. Put it in the comments. Any question anybody want to ask on management. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've been on the corporate side and the underground side. I've been in management, so and it's a headache sometimes. Let me be honest.
I want to also invite, because I see JJ is still in the chat, and I know JJ is actually managing Nani and doing an excellent job. I love when you can have someone by your side that actually knows you. Like if it's a parent and child, I think that's excellent if it works out that way. Let us know some of the challenges that you have found if you're willing to share, JJ. And if you like to come on, you don't have to be on camera. We can send you the link so you can just chime in on what you found the challenges to be, or even some of the hurdles, or even some of the great moments in managing, because I can't imagine what it is. Like I said, I've been asked to manage and I said no, because I know I'm trying to grow the Vet Green brand, and I would be doing that person an injustice to try and do both, because something's going to fall through the cracks. I can't try and grow me and try and grow them at the same time. So I thankfully, I declined, because I know me. I can't focus on a lot of different things at the same time. Multitasking, we say that we like to do it, but when you multitask, something's going to fall through the cracks. And I would be horrified if I let something fall through the cracks and I'm supposed to be helping you grow. You know what I mean? So I know me, I can't do that. He said he's talking about managing Genesis. Man, Genesis, they just don't even know.
Yeah. Inbox me, man. Oh, you man, closed mouth can't be fed. I got a buffet over here.
Yeah, he's somebody that's going to handle the business. I had a manager that had us selling tickets for the show, and since we came up a few tickets short, we were charged to perform, and it was my manager's homeboy. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And you have a good relationship with people.
Yeah, you know what? When it comes to that ticket thing, you know what I mean. That's where the music marketing come in at. That's why I tell peak artists all the time that to have a manager, you also got to know music marketing, and your manager got to know music marketing. You know what I mean? Digital marketing, so you know exactly what you need to be doing to where you want to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like they made bars. That's why bars haven't did any shows, especially around here, because he don't have a fan base. Why would he do a show and he don't have a fan base? You know what I mean? So we're not gonna do a show. We might do listening. We're gonna do a listening party for the new project. We're gonna do stuff like that, but to help, bite that bullet of that end of the spectrum. But he performed at places where he know his audience is and his fan base is, and he did a show in Brooklyn, a couple shows in Brooklyn already, which did amazing because that's where he's from and he has a fan base there. You know what I'm saying? He did a show in Manhattan. He built a fan base in Manhattan. So you know what I mean? So them the places here he go to. You know what I mean? That's one thing I teach artists as BBA management. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to put yourself in a situation where you have to pay tickets. No. You build it up. Even if you have to do some free shows just to build your management up and just sell merch. You know what I mean? Give away some things. There's some things you can do to, you ain't taking the L doing that. You're really not. You know what I mean? You're really feeding the people to look at you more, listen to your music more, see your brand more. They want to see you. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it takes time. Take time and patience.
I'll do it. Well, what's going? Yeah. Speaking of managing, what's going on with those bills? I know you were talking about it yesterday. That the bill prosper. What happened with that? Talk to us.
Yeah, man, that bill. I wish I had my man Kingston, my man 4-Star the Mark, because I like the decisions they made. Shout out to the Buffalo Joe, Buffalo's own from Lancaster, made the team number 44. You know what I mean? Outside linebacker doing his thing.
They got
They
a
doing a
hometown person on the roster.
hometown from the up to Western New York, and they supposed to be throwing a party for him, I believe, Friday at a venue. I seen that pop up on Facebook, and I like to
You're
meet the brother.
interested?
He's amazing player. He's gonna be out. He's gonna do our thing on defense. Shout out to Buffalo Joe, number 44, no doubt. Yeah, doing what it do. Shout out to him. Yeah.
I'm about to tag 4-star Lamar, ask him where he's at, because I like the commentary that you guys have. Who else did
Salute
they
to
pick?
King Mike. Shout out to King Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah, they got some. That's one of the method. That's the main headline that they talked about. That people was worried about is he's gonna make the team because he from the hometown. You know what I mean? He played for UB, and I think that's the main thing. But as far as the people that they let go, they made the right decision for those players that I've seen in the preseason. That good players, but just didn't fit our roster. And I think a lot of those players going to have jobs. Other teams might sign, and that's dope. So yeah. That's his name. That's his name. Yeah, he got nicknamed Buffalo Joe. Yeah, I'm saying that's his name, number 44. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, from the upstate. Shout out to him making the team.
Because that don't normally happen. You don't normally hear about people making the team and it's their hometown. Usually people have to go off and,
Yeah.
I've always wondered why that is.
Yeah, it's a business thing. It's all about business first. It's business. Everything's always business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how that worked, But shout out to him really putting in that work and really worked hard. He really worked hard, man. He was a hard player. He definitely learned the playbook very quick. He did his homework. I can see he did his homework. Even my cousin Corey Graham, who got drafted in the NFL, but also played for Buffalo for 3 years. So, shout out to him, and shout out to Auntie Peg, his mom. You know what I'm saying? Our prayers going to her. She had a stroke. She's doing well right now. You know what I mean? I had to go visit her last week, me and my dad. So yeah, she's doing well too. Yeah, I had to give her a shout out. Yeah.
Okay. G6er, big shout out to you. I see you popped up in here for a moment.
Yeah.
I love that. Man, invite me to be a guest on the show. I love music.
Yeah. He needed to book both of us at the same time. I had a morning show on the review because he's definitely amazing. I love his studios. Seeing the website, man, off the chain. I can't wait to see it in the flesh. I know he hit me up and he's gonna hit me back. I know you're a busy man, but you know what I'm saying? We could definitely make that happen. And shout out to Cello Brown out there in Rochester too. Booking me for the radio show. I had to cancel it this week, but I will be on the show in the future out there in Rochester radio show, doing his thing. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Booking me and Bars Banker for the interview to talk about our new project that we're gonna release in 2025. So we working.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, Dean, I see you popping up. He's the second ward councilman here in my hometown of Lackawanna, New York. I love Dean. He's always around. You know what I mean? He's not one of those, I guess, politicians that's not really around. Like he's around. He's in
outside.
He's diverse. He really cares about our hometown of Lackawanna. So big shout out to Dean. I love seeing you pop in here, Dean. Have a grand rising of a morning. So who's next? We see what's going on. I say 14 Mafia is doing a hectified job in this short span of time.
They number one. They number one in the city. Those in the city that's tuned in right now, you know what I'm saying? Hate it or love it. They number one out of the city, man, on rotation on WBOK. At least 3 to 4 hours out the day. They playing a song. I mean, when I hear they song on the radio, man, I'd be excited. I'd be blasting it too. We got the speakers up here on the top porch, and I blast the whole neighborhood up here in Cold Spring. Y'all better recognize them, my boys right there. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'll be a fan all day, man. Shout out to 14 Mafia working, man. They putting in that work.
Female management, okay?
Yeah, Queen Lola.
Lola, not the small Lola, doing her thing. I love what it is that they're doing.
Yeah,
In their very first performance at the first annual 716 Music Awards, you would not have thought that was their very first like professional performance like that. When I tell you the energy, and they have continued, I just continue seeing them rise. Not to say they haven't had challenges, but the energy and the consistency and the dedication that they have to their craft, that is the blueprint right there. That's
when I interviewed them on our pop-up show and everything, that just off that conversation, I could tell they take their craft serious and they rehearse. They take the time to rehearse. They do that small prep work that a lot of groups don't do. You know what I mean? They do that. They go the extra mile in those areas, and that's why that performance was so crazy at the awards, because they actually put in that work. They sacrifice. They listen. They're students. You know what I mean? They love to soak up information, and then they put it to action. That's the thing. Everything I've told them, they didn't put it in action, and that's why things is happening where they're happening, because they took that knowledge and they ran with it, and they working together, and they give it back to the community. Shout out to them.
Yeah, they have been. I love seeing the way they continue to evolve from that very first conversation that I had with them back in 2021. This was the first annual. Big shout out to Stacks the God. I heard that you were at the Stony Fest. I heard your name, and I'm looking around for you. I'm like, I'm trying to put the face to the Facebook face to the, to the person that I'm meeting. Right. But anyhow, 14 Mafia from that very first back in 2021. And to know that they have a female manager, that's their
Queen is working.
The Queen is working.
Yeah, and she a new mother. Take care of that pretty baby.
Yes, but not only that, I love how they are using this. Like if you have a conversation with them, you know that they take mindset well. They tap into their inner being. They really do. They tap into their inner being.
That part.
Man, what? 1,000 Miles. That's another group that I've been following for the last 3 years. I love seeing the dedication and what they do to make 1,000 Mile work, how they work together, the collaboration, and just loving on each other, It's
shout out to Stack the God, man. Shout out to Stack the God, man. You working. You know what I mean? I see you. Appreciate you, man. Keeping pushing the culture forward. 1,000 Mile tour, working. Yeah.
Wow. I was there at the 1,000 Mile tour, everybody, trying to put the names and the faces together with what I see on Facebook. And I heard somebody, they were on stage and they said, Stacks the God. And they pointed to my right, and I'm looking around trying to figure out, because I know, oh my God, I know this person. And, a lot of y'all I want to work with in the future. A lot of y'all I want to work with in the future as I am building the Vet Green brand. So, I you brought it up, but I didn't want to talk about it, but I can't wait for that. I'm excited. I am excited. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and take a little break, and we come back and keep finish this conversation. Stack the God, everybody stay tuned in. Everybody keep sharing this on your page. Put it in like 3 or 4 groups, and put at followers, at highlights, at everyone that is in the group, and make it do what it do, because we're going to have a conversation. If y'all have any questions about management, what y'all need to do as an artist, marketing tips, we here to do what it do. And even podcasts, because let me tell you something, the Queen Vet Green, her knowledge is on a whole nother level. I've seen her come from the bottom up, and she would be an amazing mentor in that area when it comes to podcasting. So, make sure y'all get with the Queen, that she definitely going to make sure that she going to teach you what you need to know, the do's and the don'ts, and also her experience up and down to what she's been doing for the last 4 to 5 years, especially during the pandemic, how she just blast off, what she was doing. About that show, Reasonable Doubt. Who's watching it? I just started, y'all.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
What?
Yes. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. Keep sharing.
They really feel me, I ain't keeping in touch. When they down low, hating, don't be peeping in much. That's why I'm on the low when I'm getting getting this dough. Just like Uncle Luke when they peeping the show.
Even the roads in concrete be forced to grow. That ground you be under if you forced to low.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 be slick just like CeeLo. Chest so big to grind like Rambo.
First blood is spilled, tension is built. Every sentence, every bar, every mention is killed.
I got caught the body, sipping on Bacardi. You lying in your rhymes, I'm lying like Ed Hardy.
Bugatti skirt, 0 to 60. If I stop to think or blink, you might miss me.
Mach 10 to win, smile just grin. Blessing my mess, somehow I still sin. Crooks off the book, you shook like vibrators. You driving a ride, we out like radiators.
Yeah, tailgaters, kill haters, snipe shit. Dutch clear, nothing left but night shit.
Gang shots, 5 hits, real quick. Changed up the ski mask and outfit.
Night dark, we lit, Edison. Sip the yak while Joker smoke the medicine.
That's why they call me the high joke. You light the match without no smoke.
Mike Jordan, game 6, I won't choke. They complain about shit, but won't vote.
This the realest shit that I wrote. You cats not hard, you soft like egg yolk. Pause.
Cause, give me a round of applause. Don't come around here unless you come up with bars. Bang.
Yeah, Buffalo to Brooklyn, man. We know what I'm saying. Brooklyn's our cousins. Yeah, man.
You know, one thing I didn't know. Now you may notice when you put your artist hat on, when you use music from an artist, you can actually share in the monetization of that reel. I didn't know that, and thank you, Genesis, for allowing me to use your music. That was the very first time that I got that message from Meta, saying that the artist okayed you using the music and y'all can share in the monetization. So Genesis, I appreciate that. That was the very first time, because usually they strike you down if you use the music out there. But have you gotten that yet, where you can share in the monetization of if someone uses your music?
Oh man, I get that on IG all the time. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, especially Buffalo to Brooklyn, I get a lot of requests on that, and then once you approve it, they use it on their reels, they use it on their TikToks and all that. Yeah, on Meta. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that was the very first time, because I had got the message that it was struck down because, and then I got the message saying that, you know, the artist approved and you can use it. So thank you, Genesis. I appreciate that, because that's one of my favorite songs that you got out there. And that was dope. I seen Lola had put up on Facebook that she wasn't monetized on Facebook yet. And I was so surprised. Sometimes we get the emails. For those of you, and this is just a little of my, I'm not gonna say expertise, of what I've learned. We get those emails. That's why if you are in this space and you're trying to get monetized, or you're a creator, make sure you download the Meta Business Suite, because they send you emails and stuff. And a lot of times you think it's junk, but they're offering you the chance to get monetized, and you just have to go through certain steps. One of the things though about Meta is once you start getting the bigger checks, they start trying to throw in monkey wrenches. So you can't continue to get monetized in that way. You know, my Vet Green page has been monetized for probably about a year now, and they're not big checks. You're not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I can quit my job now because I'm not." No,
right.
not but they're nice.
gotta keep grinding.
I still have to keep grinding, but they're nice.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
have learned that they will throw in a monkey wrench because I was
Mhm.
getting a nice chunk of change last year or maybe the year before, may have been a little bit longer. But then they threw in a monkey wrench because my reels were getting over 1,000 views. And at first it was like, if you get 100 views, you get a certain amount. If you get this, and then once mine started getting consistently over that amount of views, now they want to throw in a monkey wrench. You know, they let you get about 5 checks, and
That's
then
right.
they throw in a monkey wrench. Have you had that experience?
I haven't had that experience, but I heard people talk about it, and I talked about it with my mentors and on our meetings and stuff, and they say that yeah, it's part of the machine. It's designed like that. You know what I mean? Until because once you reach a certain level with the monetization, they want you to break bread on those ads to where you can reach more people, and if you don't do that, then that's when they cut it out because they feel that it's one sided. You know what I mean? It's machine, yeah. You know, just like the record company.
And
just like the record label.
I stopped trying, so now I just let it do what it does. And
me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I know what I'm saying. I worry about other things. I'll go ahead and do other things to get a bag and try other things. You know what I'm saying? I don't even let that. You know, I brush my shoulders on them things. So yeah, you know. But it's good that you know you got a little bit of change off it, so that's cool. So
yeah.
It's cool. It's dope. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what's up. Even the morning show, we got a check one time. I sent you your sent you your part when we got the morning show. Even the morning show page is monetized. So yeah, we haven't been active over there. So
we will be. It's okay.
So,
it's all right.
What else is going on? We have this election coming up. What's your thoughts on the election? Kamala, Trump, everything that's being said. They're trying to say that she's not black. What are your thoughts on it all?
Yeah, she's definitely a diverse race that's going to definitely help out all different things that she's connected with, and she's willing to do that. Everybody want her to just do one black agenda. That's not. It won't make sense.
Right.
No, she's there for the people, and that's dope. I had this conversation with a couple of my brethrens, and they was like, you know, the question that they asked, and I like to have this conversation before we get into too deep into this election. LGBTQ had an agenda. The Asian people had an agenda. You know what I mean? The Polish people had an agenda. The Italian folks had an agenda. Why black folks don't have an agenda? And that's an easy question to answer. Let's talk about the LGBTQ community, and I support the LGBTQ community. You know, because I have loved ones and best friends that's in the LGBT community, and I never turned my back on ever in my life. You know, one of my best friends back in the '90s who passed away of cancer. You know, they was building the LGBTQ back then. The reason why the LGBTQ had an agenda and the Barack Obama signed those things was why they was consistent to stay together. Let me take it back. During the times of the black and white situation, when they had the buses and the black bathroom, white bathrooms, and stuff like that, they all stuck together and was consistent. And what happened? They signed it off. They put it in an agenda and made it a law. It still works to this day. That same concept still works today. It's nothing changed. We have to be consistent, black and brown people. We're not consistent to stick together on what we want to do. Like what happened with the Black Lives Matter? It faded away. Y'all gave up. What happened? We got to stick together until it happens. We got to keep on protesting, keep sticking together until it happens. That's why I can sit in the back of the bus and sit in the front of the bus and all that, because they was consistent. They didn't ride the buses. We boycotted and they stuck with it and they lived with it. They got a movie on it. How they was walking miles back and forth to work. They stuck with it. No matter how hard it was, how their feet was hurting, how the blisters that was on that lady's feet. That played the Whoopi Goldberg played that role. You know what I mean? We got to be consistent. Then they'll give us an agenda. No matter who's the president, they're gonna give us an agenda because they're going to see that we all sticking together and we're being consistent and we're not letting go. We do everything in season and emotions. We don't want emotions. We need to stick with it because it need to be right. The police brutality, we need to stick together on that. There's gonna be a law in that area till we all the black and brown people stick together. And women. You know, we all gotta stick together. We gotta keep it going. Yeah. Harris is putting together a program where she's gonna help us and hopefully that we come together so she can pass a lot of these laws. But if we're not sitting together, she's making her job harder. She can be in the office for 4 years and nothing happened. Don't blame it on her. She want to keep us together, everybody. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And there's no in between. There's no grays in that. I can't sit there and disrespect Red Green the Queen and say I was right. What? You're gonna be like, bro, what you mean?
Yeah,
it gotta make sense.
I think I love what you're saying, and I totally agree. We are so used to, and I was thinking about this yesterday. There's in Buffalo, I can't remember what street it was on or what building it is on, but it's a mural and it says Buffalo, the city of good neighbors. And I thought that, yeah, that is a true statement, but only in the time of trauma. It seems like that snowstorm that hit, it showed where Buffalo was a city of good neighbors. But what about when it's not a time of turbulence? Why is it so impossible? And I'm speaking of all of us in a whole, because I realized over these few months that it's really that mindset, Buffalo against the world. I think people really feel like that. Like, it's not just Buffalo against the world, it's Buffalo against everybody, even the surrounding counties, and I mean the surrounding towns, and then us and the surrounding towns feel like we have to be against everybody. Why do we feel like that? Like, I really did not know that there was a thing, I think it was Lockport, where they had to school me on, yeah, like we stand alone. I think it was Lockport versus Buffalo. I didn't know it was a thing. I'm from a small town called Lackawanna, New York. I just want everybody to get along. I didn't know. I really didn't until they schooled me. So now I know. And then I realized, like, even little old me in my hometown of Lackawanna is looked at as a threat for some people, but it shouldn't be like that. We should be able to leverage off of each other's talents. We should be able to say, you know what, since you're stronger in that space, you handle that. That is a weak point for me. So I see that you're stronger in that point. So you handle that and I'll handle something else. But instead, hey, Adrian, thank you so much for tapping in. I think this is my first time seeing you tapping in. But instead, we choose to beat each other down and we choose to talk smack about each other and try and belittle each other and try and defame each other. And instead of working together, this upcoming election is going to be one for the history books, everybody. If there is not a time for us to actually start working together and collaborating together, now is the perfect time. Our country is in a space where we don't even have the respect that we used to based on what's going on in our politics. A lot of us don't even know what's going on as far as this election. And this election is not even the most important. It's important, but what's going on the local side is even more important. Because what's on the local side is actually supporting what's going on in the White House.
That's right.
So I'm asking everybody, and even myself, hey, Ali Black, I'm asking.
What's going on, Streets? What's going on, Ali Black?
He's another one that I love what it is that Streets is doing. I've been watching you for the last 3 years, and you continue to level up, and I love it. Congratulations to you.
That album is fire. Straight out Streets, man. Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? On tour, all that good stuff, man. keep putting the city on the map, and keep doing what you're doing, man. You got a good positive vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get a chance to really chop it with you at your event because I know you was busy, but you know, I really enjoyed it, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm asking everybody, and this is something that I had to ask myself: what is important to you in this upcoming election? We have so many things on the table. We have ladies, we have our rights. Women's rights are on the table right now, which is ludicrous to me. Like, how dare you? How dare anybody tell a woman or anybody what to do with their body? It just makes no sense to me. How dare you? You may not agree with it, but it is not your business what a person does with their body. It's not your business. So why
it's not your business? It's not your body. You don't have to deal with the pain. You don't have to deal with the changes of your body. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with none of that. That's selfish.
Adrian, I see what you're saying, but do you know that for a fact? Are you getting that because of information that you read up on, or are you getting that because that's what was put out there to make us not look at Kamala? Because I heard that, and for a minute I was looking at her side eye until I did my research. And yeah, there were people locked up. But you have to look further. Don't just look at what it is that they're feeding us, because they feed us, the people that's not gonna go and read and do a little bit deeper digging. So they feed the normal, regular people that they know are just gonna listen to those short, what do they call them?
Short blogs or information they're trying to throw a monkey wrench in there. But let me say this, no, she's not gonna do nothing for us brothers and sisters. She gonna do for all, but we got to stick together for that agenda to be it on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to bring it to the table. Us. We got to bring it to everybody. Got to sit together. Like I said before you came on, Adrian, what happened to the Black Lives Matter? They stopped that. What happened to the protest of police brutality? We stopped fighting that. We got to be consistent for us to have an agenda to help out Black and brown people. Yeah, it's a season. We do it for a season. We got to do it. You know how long it took? We talked about this on the TikTok live that a young lady was doing. She said this, and I agree with her. She look how long it took us for us to get a job or to vote or to the buses with the Rosa Parks situation. You know how long it took? Yeah, that was an easy good 11 years consistency sticking together.
You know what I found interesting? Something when we were sitting at the table yesterday, it's something that your wife said that I didn't even realize. She said one of the issues is that a lot of the voters out there now don't remember not having the rights that we have now. They don't remember. It's always been available to them. It was just in that. Let me look it up. I believe it was 1974. When women.
That's how I was born.
Yeah, like literally, we couldn't even have a bank account without having our husband. We couldn't have a credit card. We couldn't have a bank account. Everybody.
Nope. You gotta remember that. Y'all gotta take it. Let's go there. Let's go there and make it make sense. Because y'all stuck together. The women stuck together. The men stuck together. Women of all races stuck together. For that to pass through. Because why? They was consistent for a long period of time. They didn't give up.
So
this generation. Go ahead.
I'm going to read. So it was the 19th Amendment, everybody. And I am no historian. I did not like history. Hey, Layla. Hey, Earthy Tone, one of my favorite. Earthy Tone, you continue doing what it is that you're doing. You don't need, everybody can't go. Just remember that.
Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go, Earthy. You got something in you. I keep, everybody that I talk to that know you, I keep telling them that. I got a good ear. Oh, so it was the 19th Amendment that makes it illegal to deny the right to vote to any citizen based on their sex, which effectively granted women the right to vote. It was first introduced to Congress in 1878. So it took 42 additional years, 42 years.
42 consistent years.
consistent years. That's
consistent years. That's the thing. We got to stick together. See, if you don't stick together, we short term. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about I'm 50. You're about to hit the 50. Okay. Our vote count, but it's up to you young folks now.
Yeah.
Those who's 18 to 40 to 45, that's the demographic that need to understand. Overstand, y'all all got to stick together. The black and brown people and the women got to stick together for this to happen. To have a black agenda when Michelle Obama run for president. I'm letting it be known. I'm claiming that too.
Oh, she's coming, and I don't even want to say a black agenda. As far as I'm concerned, everybody, because I see black, brown, yellow, purple, white, all types of people struggling right now.
That's Harris. That's Harris. That's what she's all about. That's what she's all about.
A people agenda. We need an agenda that is going to help the everyday citizens, the ones that's breaking our back every day, going to these jobs, these 9 to 5 jobs, working 12 hours, 12 hours double shifts to make sure that the patients in the hospital are taken care of. We need the everyday people agenda as of right now. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to go in the grocery store and pick and choose whether we go eat this today or if we go eat crap today because I can only afford that. Like, it's not fair.
Yeah, if we don't get milk or part of milk. It should
for real.
You should have to make those decisions. Yeah, a gas or a loaf of bread.
Okay, come on, bro. For real. And I worked 80 hours this week. And all I can do is all I can afford to pay is my rent, which is $1,500.
Make it make sense.
And put some gas in the car. I gotta pay the car note because I gotta get to work. Now I gotta scrimp and scrape on my food bill for it make sense for the citizens in this country. But y'all can send millions of dollars over to these foreign countries, which I get it. You know, America gotta uphold who they are, but don't forget about us. And that's where I think we as a people need to stick together because everybody's hurting right now.
Everybody is. People
are downsizing their homes. Families are having to move in together just to afford to live.
And that's why here is all about the people, the working class people, and the mental health agenda. She didn't even tap into that yet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go ahead and go to the election.org and read her agenda. You know what I mean? She has an 18-page front and back on mental health. She didn't even tap in that yet. Yeah. And that's number one that's really breaking down since the pandemic. That's really breaking down our community. Besides the high gas, the high groceries, your car note, rent. You know what I mean? All that come together, and she's the one. But we all got to stick together in all those areas. We all got to fight together.
I agree, bro. Yeah, I'm not here to tell y'all who to vote for, but I am here to ask you what is important to you in this upcoming election. And the things that's important to you, we have to start demanding. We saw what happened January 6th. Them people went buck wild, okay, for something that they fully stood in. They believed so much that they were willing to go to jail for that. And I'm not saying do that either, y'all. But I am saying that what you believe in matters. What's important to you matters. If you are out there punching a clock right now or trying to build a business right now or whatever it is that you are trying to do right now to make sure that your livelihood is okay, how difficult is that for you now? And what are the barriers that's holding you back? Are you unable to find adequate job because AI is here? A lot of these jobs right now that we have are not going to be there 5 years from now. If you are a driver right now, trust and believe, because of what happened in 2020 and people were getting sick and dying, that means that we, the human race, we are a liability to these corporations that's trying to look at their bottom line. So they're going to bring in the machines, and they're bringing in the machines. When you go to McDonald's and you see them kiosks, it's not just to make your life easier, it's to make their bottom line better. Because it's easier for them to buy a $10,000 machine than to pay a worker $10,000 a year that's going to get sick, that's going to have to call in sometime because the baby's sick, the car's not running. That machine's going to run 24/7.
All day long.
Oh, they
Yeah,
got
and until it break down, and they gonna fix it, and it's gonna run for another 20 years.
for real. So we have to be thinking
Yeah.
about all of these things, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, we talked about this before. I told y'all before. Andrew Yang has this book called The War on Normal People. Listen to that book. I'm sure it's on YouTube, so you can get an idea of what it is that I'm saying. We need to be talking about and thinking about what's important and how can we make sure that the powers that be, not from just the White House, but on the local level, understand and understand and overstand that we are important too, because I feel like it's the everyday citizens that have been forgotten about.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We don't use our voice enough, y'all.
That part. You
So
know, they sit back and see. They sit back and watch and see what's going to happen first. Then they speak instead of just speaking first before it happens.
Being proactive instead of reactive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
and like Joker said, us Black and brown people, we have not stuck together a lot. We stick together when it's trauma filled. We shouldn't need a George Floyd for us to stick together.
They're together for a short period of time.
Yeah.
You know, we got to keep fighting that. It ain't over.
Hey,
you got to keep fighting that. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting like it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at my man Trayvon Martin. They forgot about him.
Yeah.
I forgot about Tiana, with Taylor. Y'all forgot about the Queen. They forgot about. I keep going. I mean, we know. You know, y'all forgot about those. You know, because you don't hear nothing about it no more. Commercials. You know what I mean? The kneeling in the NFL. Y'all forgot about that. Y'all gave up. You know what I mean? It's consistency moving for it to be in an agenda. But like you said, let's go with the people, and we're going to build from there. And that's what here is all about. The people. The people. And guess what? And she's going to hire people in the House that's going to be on the same page. And shout out to the Republicans changing over and supporting too. Shout out to them too.
There's a lot of people that are running. I am pleasantly surprised by the backing. What did you watch the DNC, or did you hear Michelle and Barack's speech?
Yes,
I did. Man, Michelle shut it down. She had me so proud to be a Black woman in America. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was standing proud in this melanin. I was standing proud. She should listen. She overshadowed Barack, okay? And Barack is a fabulous speaker, but she did her thing, okay? If you have not heard the speech, just do a Google search or do an internet search. We're not supposed to say Google search. Did you know that they don't actually get paid when you say Google? When you say a Google search, they don't get paid for that.
They don't get paid.
So do an internet search and
internet search. That's the proper way of doing it, because because they control that thing too. That's another show. I get so many information on that. Me and my mentors talk. I know I got another monthly meeting coming next Tuesday, another joint, and I wonder what they're going to say. I know pretty sure they're going to be having the conversation we talking about now about the election and all that. So I'm going to see their input on my mentors, see what their input on things. They've been talking a little bit about it off and on, but they haven't been real strong about it since everything been pushed forward now. I believe they're going to have their 2 cents on things. I like to definitely hear what they got to say. So that's going to be dope. So
yeah. So I really want to continue this conversation. Maybe we can come back on Friday. We have a lot of things going on. Our real life, not that this isn't real life, but we are evolving and there's going to be some changes coming through with Green Links. You guys, more to come. As you see, we don't have a set schedule right now for the pop-up show or the Vet Green show or even the morning show. We don't have a set schedule. We are making it do what it do as we are doing it. But I really want to hear more from you. And I'm going to be popping up. Hey, Star Ford, Megan. Hey, cuz, I see you out there. I'm going to be doing some more pop-ups on TikTok because TikTok is urging me to do more lives. So I'm going to be doing more of that. Make sure you are following me Vet Green on TikTok as well. You're going to see me more active over there. But what you think? We can come back on Friday, bro?
Yeah, Friday morning at 10. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back and you know what I'm saying, and give y'all some updates on some things. And you know, we got some a lot of specials I want to bring up throughout the month of September. Football season is back. For Silver Dollar season, I'm gonna talk about that. So y'all can break down what Silver Dollar season on Friday. I'll break that down. And a lot of cats that love do business, music, and all that, y'all need to understand Silver Dollar season. I talked about it last year, and we definitely did our thing. So we're gonna definitely, yeah, it's about that time, Yeah, yes.
And so who are we? And send me some music, everybody. I know I've been kind of staying low key, just getting my mind together, but I do love to listen to new music. So for you independent artists out there who have some new music, or maybe you have a listening party, I don't mind being invited to these things. Hit me up, send me some new music, because I'm going to be out here in the physical more. There's I think being in the physical is more I don't know, it's more intimate. You really get to know the person. Like, I was really struggling to try and put the face to the person out at the Stony Fest. It's easier for me to put the face and the name together if I meet you in person. So, if you got something going on, invite me to it. Let me know what's going on. I don't mind being out there. There's an event happening on October 5th, and I don't know who's throwing it, but the roster is crazy on this thing. 14 Mafia, Mile. There's a lot of people on that roster. I was trying to find the flyer. I thought I had saved, but I guess I did not.
You gave me a copy of somebody's link of the flyer, but I like to get the actual flyer so I can share that joint. That's fire. I like that.
Yeah, and like I said, the 1,000 Mile Tour crew, they're going to be at Nietzsche's on August 30th. The tickets are just $10. So, I mean, it may hurt some people's pockets, other people's pockets. It can be a little affordable. The doors open at 8 p.m. Special guest Lion Records, Top Notch Band, and Young Flacco. Definitely looking forward to I love seeing the new artists out there that I have not heard, and just being in the know. So listen.
And also Digging in the Crates, September 8th.
Yes, that's going to be dope.
Yes, we're going to be in the house, man. The morning show will be there. You know what I'm saying? And having fun and making it do what it do, man. A couple of good performances going on. And shout out to Rich on that, man. And I can't wait to see the game show. And I'm pretty sure he probably put us on stage and ask some questions, because, I'm going to have fun. You know what I mean? Hip-hop historian myself. Let's dig it on crates. I'm on digging on crates too. You know what I'm saying?
I am not that. I have to be on your team. It's called the Dreamcatcher Music Festival, everybody. This wow. It's happening Saturday, October 5th this year. The tickets are available. You have to just go on Facebook and look at it. This lineup looks crazy. Akil Ali is going to be there. Hefe Boss Up is going to be there. There's a few names on here that I love to see. Weedy the God, another Lackawanna from my hometown, he's gonna be there. So it's happening in Basin, New York, everybody. I definitely want to try and get out to that, because this is with special guest host Sam Buck and more. Moody's gonna be there. So this is definitely going to be 14 Mafia and Molotov Mile, and Moody was enough for me. On top of that, listen, that's going to be dope. It looks like it's going to be an all-day affair. So I'm going to try and get out there, God willing, as soon as I can, because I want to be able to see everybody. So there's a lot going on. If you have something going on and would like to invite myself, Joker, or the both of us too, just let us know. I don't mind popping up. I really don't. I enjoy going out to these events and getting to know people in the flesh. It's hard to try and get to know a person through social media. It's just so not personal. It's just so personal. Hey, bestie. So what gems are you leaving everybody with today, bro?
Oh man, get ready for this fall season. Stay focused. You know what I mean. Stay consistent, man. I want to keep staying positive. You know what I mean, and be open minded. You know what I'm saying. Think outside the box on all the things that you do, and I think that's going to help you go to the next level, whatever level y'all want to go at. You know what I'm saying. I think that's important. So that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Big shout out to Kayla Bishop and Tiana
Oh
Caminero.
yeah.
Love, I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see you pop up, Tiana. I can't wait to see what it is that God has planned for you, because you got it, Queen. I know you just popping up on the scene, but what I saw when you did that trial with the 1,000 Mile Tour, like I said, I just keep on working at it. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
love.
No doubt. Yeah.
I
There's no doubt.
saw, you keep grinding at it. Some people have that talent, and some people, it is what it is. Kayla, I love that hug, Hunty. Yes,
Yeah.
Tiana, you do. You got it, Queen. You trust and believe you got it. Just keep on working at it. Get some good people around you that believe in you, like your dad, and just stay away from the haters, because there's gonna be some haters out here.
Oh man, they tell you, that's a whole nother level. Shout out to Kayla
Yeah,
Bishop, man. She definitely on a transition to a whole nother wave, man, and she's a hard working queen. And I love, what I'm saying, I'm glad I seen her at the event, and we gonna about to put together something, man. Can't wait to put together. We finna put together on that Punisher video. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? And then once I hit her up, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna entertain y'all. It's gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Way overdue. Way overdue. Way overdue. Way overdue. That's for sure.
When I grow up, I want to be like Kayla and Davette the Threat. Man, I love what it is that they're doing. See, I don't have no problem giving people their flowers or giving people their props. I have no problem doing that at all, because I believe that what God has planned for me is for me, and you can't take it away from me. What God has
Yeah.
planned for you is for you, and God can't nobody take it away from you.
You
Kayla
can't.
and Davette, they doing some big things out here, and I love and appreciate seeing what it is that they're doing in real life. And they really listen. Some people talk the talk, and some people just talk it, but they're not walking it.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Kayla. I love seeing what it
I'm
is
definitely
that you're out here
yes.
doing. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up.
Yeah,
Kayla,
that's it.
to Leah, you know what I mean? There's some
Yes.
people that I watch, Lola. I love how, man, y'all business acumen is just,
Off the chain.
off the
Off the
chain,
chain.
off the chain.
I was a teacher, but now I'm a student now. I'm back on my student page, because every time y'all get to speaking and going live, I'll be in my student mode. Got my notepad out and all that. I turn my phone off.
It's okay to be, listen.
I'll be a
It's
student, boy. I'll
okay.
be
It's
learning.
okay to be. I'm forever a student. I am not
Yeah.
afraid to say where I am weak, you are strong. Where I am strong, you are weak, and that's how you make it work. I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of that. So y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. We will be back same time on Friday. Keep
Yes.
watching. Green Links Media is up and coming.
Yes.
The Pet Green Show. I'm working it out, y'all. I'm working it out. Like I said, I know the format that I wanted in, and I had to do it the way that I see it in my vision, because it wasn't feeling right for me. So I'm bringing
Yes.
it back, y'all. I cannot wait to sit down and talk with some of y'all. Kayla, I gotta get you. Hey, Lola.
Yola,
I
the
gotta
house.
get you in one of my interview slots, Kayla. I gotta get you again. So I'll be hitting some of y'all up. Lola definitely gonna be contacting you.
Oh
Definitely.
man, yeah, we definitely gotta chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Being back home in Buffalo. Those who don't know, I'm back in the city. I ain't going nowhere, y'all, unless I'm on the road doing some back home for good, yo. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of traveling for the past 5.5 years. Now I'm back to the place that I love. You know what I'm saying? It's good for the journey and experience. I've been for 5 years consistent, but I've been traveling for lately a good 25 years. From Atlanta, Florida, and all that good stuff. So, I built a good friendship and a movement. So I appreciate. I'm back home, y'all. Yeah, that's what's up.
How does it feel being back home? And so many things have changed. Like the music industry has changed a lot. You talk about the space that you're in with the boom bap. And that's not something that a lot of people are aware of or into that kind of music. So how do you feel? Is it a challenge trying to find your space?
It's always a challenge, but it makes it a little easier for me because I know what I need to be doing and I know what I want. So that makes it a little easier. But everybody have their own lane, and I like to support whatever I can. If I can show up, I can show up. If I can, at least I can share and do what to do. But I'm very in a good place. I'm good. I'm good. It's always a challenge, but I'm happy. I'm good. I'm in that peace.
So you're not ready to hang up your artist bag yet. You want to do the artist bag.
Like I said, it's outlet for me first. So like I said, I do it for outlet first. I don't, the bag gonna come. I ain't worried about that. I do it as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? If it was a bad thing for me, I'll come out with a song every week. I can do that. I can actually come out with a song every week, put in the DSPs, do what I do. But nah, it's more outlet, more a mental health thing for me. Yeah, and then the bag will come. I ain't worried about that. Saying God, I put that, let God handle that part, and He'll surprise me. So yeah. So and shout out to the Boom Bap Show in Paris. They played this song during the Olympics at the after party, and shout out to Kevin Durant downloading B2B in this song right here, Logan Berry, which is on the Boom Bap Show. At the last track, he ended, as to keep the best for last. Shout out to Ron Sean Mix Show in Paris and France, and they hit me up personally and said that the people, the Olympians, was loving the music, and shout out to Kevin Durant showing love and support. You know what I mean? That touched me. I'm like, for real? That's something to change. But shout out to Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? On that Logan Berry. Understand me? So yeah. Film up and coming album, being Bars Banger, B2B album. Drop it at the end of the year, beginning of the year. And we still got a couple more things to do. But we're gonna end it like this to the Logan Berry track. And shout out to my Paris friends. And shout out to the Ron Sean Mix Show is on our fellow friends network. E Digger plays their shows on his radio show now, and so that's dope. I seen the logos on their banner of all the radio stations that play their show, and E Digger logo was up there. Shout out to E Digger.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah. So you're out there in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? He talking football too with the Baltimore Ravens. We got to have a conversation, E Digger. We got to put you do a sports show or something and bring you on. So.
Have a wonderful day on purpose, everybody. We'll see y'all on Friday.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Roll up this beat so I can smoke a track. Order 20 wings and things in all flats. Stretch out my style with words like Cadillacs. Logan Berry on ferry and varies a loud pack. Move smooth, groove without a call. Bring the entertainment cause I can raise the ball. I'm a DIYer, that's why I grind hard. Part of the son, I am the all. Drinking Logan Berry, spit raw and breaking laws. Talking to you and your crew and all of y'all. Y'all can have this ghetto shit, piss in the hall. Walking up the stairs, smelling like dirty stars. Mic check, respect so we connect. On my vibe, so rise, so I reflect. A new mindset, respect the project. Work this money, stretched like latex. Don't get mad, I'm spitting on this raw. Killing you quick, you trick like fentanyl. Talking real, not trying to be mean. Going hard in the paint like Draymond Green.
I am a calm spitter, I got a dong get up. Black diamonds, got my whole charm lit up. Broad on my arm, looking tight, Pam Greerish. If it ain't a black card, she ain't trying to hear it. I got a black God spirit, hear it. John so frozen, gotta stand still or wear it. I move though, with the hooligans, I know their steps. Boastful, type cocky, gotta show their reps. Me, I'm more laid back, control my breath. Meditation after my prayer, control my left. I'm right. In a bronze face bottle with a large age, gin and jack, looking like I got an elder barge face. Door open, I can see her soul, she dreaming of Vera Wayne's when you see her toes. So twirl her hole, I hold my own. Got sun standing in line to hold my throne, I'm great. I ain't never been accused of hate, but I've been accused of murder and went up I've been up late. I move from light to dark just to check my mate. Bang.